She's here. Another project.
What's her name?
I think her name's Vicky. Cute.
So we have a new project that came in. That was terrible.
That was terrible.
Chewbacca's car.
I don't know. You do it. He's like.
Oh, if that's not clue enough for you.
To infinity and
So we have Tim Allen's car right behind us in the shop, and it is being electrified. Tim has been working on this car for, I think, 5 years.
5 years.
Long time. We're going to finish it. We're going to get it done very quickly and get it back to Tim so he could finally parade this beautiful piece of artwork around. It is a 1934 Ford Victoria, and it's pretty nice.
It is very nice.
Beautiful car. One of my favorites, personally. I like 1930s. Those are like my favorite era vehicles. So to have one of those here at the shop is extremely exciting, especially for me. I don't know about you two guys, but that's my kind of car. Suicide doors, bubbly, round, looks pretty neat. Great job by Bodie Stroud. I mean, the fabrication on that thing is flawless. It's got a custom chassis on it. I mean, the uppers, the lowers. There's so much work that was done to the car, and really good job by him. Battery boxes are a whole different animal. We're taking that on ourselves, so we had to basically build all new battery boxes for this thing for a little bit more structural integrity.
Right. That started with Slick Will. Slick Will and Eddie B designed the battery boxes, and then standard at a reVolt shop, we send all that stuff out to our boys over at Sin Cut Sin, who did a phenomenal job. Literally, it's like putting together Legos.
Oh,
Yeah,
easy.
pretty good.
I mean, the boxes stood up by themselves without even welding them. They just kind of clicked together. Once again, a really good design by Will on how they go together, and we'll show you how to dovetail things. And if you're doing projects like this, I highly recommend when you're working with sheet metal to do those types of inserts so you have a little lock-in, so you know exactly where things line up. It's great. What else did we pull out of the thing? Basically everything, right?
Basically everything. We're back to a shell, but we took batteries out and we kind of took a step back and looking at it going,
Yeah.
something looks funny.
It looks familiar. Kind of like one of my favorite movies.
Eddie B, he's all like, "Hey, Snow, come here." What? I was like, "No, come here." What?
What is this?
Is it? Look at the back of the car. I was like, "What does that remind you of?" And I just started laughing. I just started laughing because I knew what he was talking about.
I can't breathe in this thing.
I love me some Spaceballs. Sorry. It's got a resemblance. Maybe you could see it too. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. And didn't it have Geolanders on it or something?
Geolanders on it. I got all excited. Hey, Geolanders! See, Snow's truck does have hot rod tires on it.
See?
My man.
You got like
That's what's on the Hillbilly Deluxe.
30-year-old tires in that truck.
Hey, they work, right?
They work.
They work. Anyway, another couple of small things. There's some scratches on the wheels. Also, didn't do that. Swear. I swore.
Schwar.
Swore it wasn't us.
How you spell that? S-A-W-A-R. Sawar.
One thing I really like about the car is the chop. I like it, the chop.
Job's nice.
You like the chop?
like the chop.
You like the chop? Chop is
chop
good.
is good, yes.
The chop,
I like the chop.
chop is very good. I like the chop.
Level of chop. The chop. Chopped. Keep the chop. Chop. The chop.
The chop.
The chop. The chop of it.
Whoever did the chop did a really nice job.
Just absolutely perfect chop to this thing.
I like the juice. Juice is good. Very good. So good.
Beautifully chopped car. So the whole thing looks great. Hot rod from tip to tail. We love it.
Well, in my initial observation, I feel like the tunnel looked a little narrow. But Al measured it out and he says, "It's good.
It's good.
Chop is good.
It's good.
Tunnel is good."
Al works some pretty good magic over there at ABS Fabrication. He already has a whole cradle in the car for the motor. We have basically all the motor mounts ready to go. We had a motor in it to mock everything up. That came out, painted everything. Motor's at Hot Dogs for some very, very interesting paint.
Some very, very custom work.
Yes.
Pretty excited about that. Yeah.
Hot
I
Dog
wanna
works
see that.
some pretty good magic. It's going to match the rims, I think, in some sort of way. But once again, with Hot Dog, we kind of let him do his thing and let the artist.
Professionals work.
That's it. That's it. It's taking a little longer than expected because obviously, anytime a build comes in, there's always the.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
How many have you run into so far?
Enough.
Enough. Yeah.
Too many.
Not
Yeah,
all
we,
of them yet.
the batteries were in the car. We had to take them out. We had to fix some things. We had to move some things around. A whole slew of wiring going into that car.
The more hands and eyeballs you put on it, the more things you find that need your attention. So you move backwards for a little while before you get to move forwards. But we're moving forwards again, so.
Yep. So we're going to keep on pushing on with this thing. Of course, it was raining when the car shows up.
Of course.
I mean, this year's been just wet. It rained when the car came in. It rained when we won a race, and it's sunny out today.
Beautiful.
But it rained last night.
It did rain last night and this morning.
Out of nowhere. So yeah, thanks a lot, Mother Nature, even really helping us out this year.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
All right, well, the clock is ticking. This car has got to be out of here in
July.
So we want to get it off back to Tim. It's got to go in for an interior. It's got to get prepped. It's got a lot of work going on. So boys, we got to get this stuff going. We've already had the car here for
A couple months.
So we've got a pretty good dent going, but of course with some of the additional items we need to do, they've cost us more work. But hey, we're going to get it done, and we're going to show you guys a lot that is going on with this build. Super excited to have it, especially me because I love that era of car. We love working with Tim and all of his people. So this is going to be a really exciting project for us.
Yeah. We're making headway.
We're going to get back to it. We've got a lot to do, but if you want to follow us along, subscribe to the channel, and if you've got any questions, leave them in the comments, and we'll try and get to them.
Also, if you want to see the history of this vehicle, you could go to YouTube, check out Tim Allen's channel, type in the Vic, V-I-K, and you'll see the whole history of this vehicle for the last
5 years.
5 years.
So be sure to like, subscribe, and follow us, and we'll see you guys next time on reVolt Garage.
Take care.